Hello there, mandolin players, Magnus here. I want to let you know that on Monday, next Monday, the 26th of October, we're starting a new round of my 6-week group coaching program called Fretboard Success. And that's all about giving you the essential music theory and all the patterns and shapes used by the professional mandolin players. I really think this fretboard knowledge is this thing that can have you make the quick transition into intermediate and advanced playing. It's this thing that really helps you with jamming, composing, arranging and improvising. You might not have thought about it, but improvising is actually a very fast kind of composing. And if you want to learn more about the program, just go for that link, fretboardsuccess.com. And in this video, I want to break it down and tell you a little bit why I think fretboard knowledge is so important and what it actually is, and also a little breakdown of how you're going to learn this inside the 6-week program. And this is a presentation that I did earlier on this weekend on a webinar, and it's coming for you right here. Here we go. You might think, what is fretboard knowledge and why? What do we get by improving this? We'll have a musical freedom to play a variety of music. We can participate in jam situations with more confidence. We have the right foundation for intermediate and advanced mandolin playing. So what is fretboard knowledge then? Well, I think there's 3 very important ingredients for this. First of all, it's patterns and shapes, so we can see the symmetry of the mandolin fretboard, because there's a lot of patterns and shapes that we use over and over again. It's not a random thing that is happening. That's the most fundamental part, I think. And then there is music theory, because you want to know some essential music theory. By doing that, it will really accelerate your learning curve a lot. Oh, the wrong button. And then there's also the visualization part of this, and that's where those 2 other ingredients kind of melt together. So we have also this part included in the fretboard knowledge. I want to break them apart a little bit also, so you know what I'm talking about for patterns and shapes. It's knowing intervals. It's the patterns and shapes of chords and inversions. It's for arpeggios. It's knowing scales. It's knowing modes. And for music theory, the essential things that I think any intermediate and advanced player should know is the music alphabet. It's the intervals. It's chord functions. It's harmonic analysis and Roman numbering. If you don't know what this is, that's actually the 3 of the things that I'm going to show you just in a minute. And also transposing is an essential skill for any advanced or intermediate player. And then there's the mental visualization part. I'm gonna go a little bit quick here, but that really deepens your knowledge of this, because it's not only like having this in your fingers and in your muscle memory, it's also being able to internalize music. That's what we can do with this. That's really like a learning accelerator. Because once we get to look at this part, it actually makes practice possible anytime without the instrument. And it's also something that really sharpens your focus if you have this part included. And as well, it's also it's a kind of a mindfulness thing for well-being that really can be de-stressing. So the 3 important parts right there. I had a chance to talk with Aaron Weinstein. I think you know this. He's a jazz mandolin genius living in New York City, and he says there is a lot of different ways to play a dominant chord, but I tend to use the same V shape over and over again. And I mean, even a guy like Aaron Weinstein, I think he's probably the best example that I would use with someone having a very deep fretboard knowledge. So my question, would you like to know some of the patterns and shapes used by the pro players? Because here's what I said to myself. Imagine if what kind of impact I could have if I could put my 20 years of knowledge and experience into a step-by-step system. And that is the Fretboard Knowledge Framework. Because really, when I learned this, I kind of first learned music theory. And I kind of trying to connect that to the mandolin, and was seeing how the patterns that were mostly used, and the way well, I had kind of to do that work myself. But now when I have this framework where I kind of melted these things together, so we're actually at the same time learning the theory, we're seeing the patterns, and we're creating this visualization part of it. There's something wrong with it, that spelling. I'm not sure what it is, but let's continue. But yeah, there's one thing here. Before we dive into it, I want to say, in what way do fretboard knowledge make us so much better? Well, we will be able to communicate and talk the language of musicians. We can use the entire range of the instrument, and it will let us play in all 12 keys. And it will also help us in our creativity to compose music, write second harmonies, create musical arrangements, improvising and all that. I hope you by now can see what fretboard knowledge could do to your playing. And if you ever felt that like the pro players, your heroes, they know something that you're not really aware of and you can't really figure out what that thing is that kind of separates them from you, I just say that those trade secrets can be right in front of you right now. So go to my website, it's fretboardsuccess.com, and you can learn more about it and you can get registered. The program is starting on Monday 26th. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in a new video soon.